Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's Caribbean tour perhaps has not turned out quite as they'd hoped. A trip to three nations aimed at deepening bonds has instead ruptured centuries-old wounds, with the royals coming under fire over the UK's colonial past and slave history. Jamaican leaders even said the country is ready to, quote, move on from the monarchy. ABC's Erielle Reshef has these details.
The royal tour is meant to reaffirm the ties between the monarchy and these outposts, Belize, Jamaica, and the Bahamas, all who call Queen the head of state. But the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge greeted with this. Prince William responding to the British Empire's grim past with the slave trade on the final night in Jamaica, acknowledging the pain of slavery in a speech last night.
I want to express my profound sorrow. Slavery was abhorrent, and it should never have happened. While the pain runs deep, Jamaica continues to forge its future with determination, courage, and fortitude.
Government official Robert Nesta Morgan wanting more beyond acknowledgement for Jamaica to break away from the British monarchy.
It's not a true apology, and there is no reparations. We recognize the comment, we acknowledge the comment. It's a part of the continuing conversations regarding reparations, regarding the role of Britain in slavery.
As the royal tour moves to the Bahamas, it's been a mixed reaction for Will and Kate, embraced by some, but not by all. Protesters took to the streets in Jamaica condemning the royal tour, some Jamaicans demanding reparations and separation from the royal institution. The royal couple's tour had a rocky start. Beginning in Belize, they canceled an event due to ongoing protests. Today, Queen Elizabeth is the head of state of 15 countries, with Barbados leaving the fold last fall.
The Queen is still the reigning monarch of the country. So they have to show a connection, and they have a lot of royal visits to keep the royal family connected with the institution of monarchy, which is basically just a system of government.
Founding member of the Advocates Network, Rosalia Hamilton, expressing why this is happening now.
Part of the last few years was a reckoning of what it means to be Black in the modern world, in sharing information, an awakening in individuals, a deeper understanding and experience of what it means to be Black. And I think for many of us, we think it's time to come to grips with some of these issues, and that we ought not to be debating issues of basic human rights in 2022.
The West Indies inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement's approach in the U.S.
In America initially had a huge impact in the Caribbean and the West Indies, where the whole concept of reparations for slavery, which of course the British Empire made an absolute fortune from, let's be clear about that, and millions and millions and millions of pounds. The British Empire was a pretty ruthless empire.
Caribbean countries like Barbados broke off their ties to the monarchy last November. The nation officially became a republic, removing the Queen as head of state and swearing in the country's first president. During the nation's transition ceremony, Prince Charles denouncing the slave trade, calling it an appalling atrocity, staining Britain's history. According to the Jamaican constitution, a referendum will need to be held, allowing the nation to decide whether to remove the Queen as head of state and become a republic.
There's general consensus within the academia, within the political environment, that something should be done. There is discussions as to what nature it should take, whether it should be scholarships, whether it should be debt forgiveness, and so on. There's an acceptance generally about the devastation, and even the prince himself acknowledged the regret of the devastation of slavery.
Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness also standing firm on the nation taking strides forward.
We are moving on, and we intend to fulfill our true ambitions and destiny as an independent, developed, prosperous country.
Jamaica set on a course to follow Barbados and transition the country into a republic.
And so this particular issue of the royal visit and the colonial past is something that we really have to come to grips with, the fact that The legacies of slavery still exist in institutions, in governance. We still have the Queen of Head of State. It's time that we really do something about it. And so we wanted to make our voices heard in the context of the visit of the royals.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.